my religion. But the imam will not come and feed your feet. The priest, the pastor, nobody will come and feed your
But
feet
I see some pastors that are feeding families, bro.
Yeah, but you also realize you are a burden. A man, you should be able to take care of your own.
Bro!
A man, you should be able to
But if a pastor is helping you, bro, you have to be grateful,
a
man.
man, if you cannot take care of your family, you are an infidel. What? So you should be able to take care of your family without needing a son. You are better off with one. I'm sure married.
Are you sure when the time comes, you're going to marry one wife?
Of course, that is fixed.
I hope one day in this podcast, we are not going to record that this guy married 2 wives.
Of course, it's not possible.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Are you listening to him right now? I'm not alone. This is a broadcast center, and he's saying that he's going to get married to only one. Can I ask you for your favor? Please, can you cross-check and see if you have subscribed to our channel? When we check to the back end of our YouTube channel, it says that a lot of people view our content without subscribing. Please and please, just do us that favor and subscribe. Also, like this video and share it to anybody you think it might be concerned to them. And if you do that, I and my team will do all that we can to provide you the best content on this channel. Thank you so much for making it possible. Let's enjoy the video right now. Hello guys, welcome back to the Blueprint of a CEO. This is Victor Nix on your way. So today we're going into another vibe. I mean, call it a gist, call it whatever, because we're not talking about math, physics, chemistry, biology, or anything that is related. I mean, we want to talk about culture, we want to talk about the life of people today. And in the studio we have Big Joe. I mean, Big Joe is going to help us understand some of the things that he thinks are right. And of course, he's not going to be alone. And let us know what you also think about it in the comment section, right? So first on our list, I want us to put our hands together for our guest, Big Joe. We are glad to have you, man. Thank you so much for our podcast.
Thank you so much, Victor. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to an exciting conversation.
That's amazing. So how do you feel being here today?
Yeah, it's a pleasure and a privilege.
Pleasure and a privilege.
Yeah.
All right. So to get started, I mean, we live in a society where you see even young people now marrying more than one wife. I mean, some people have up to 7.
Yeah.
And what do you have to say about that?
Well, they themselves know why they are going into that. But one thing I can also tell you, not all of them are happy.
Not all of them are happy.
Yes.
Having 7 wives?
Yes.
Are you for real?
Yes. Not all of them are happy.
But they have children. They have money. Some are rich, man.
Of course, it doesn't matter. But if you go in detail, you realize that somehow, some are not happy. And a man is better off with one wife than many or more than one.
Is this just what you think, or there's anything backing up your thesis?
Well, depends on how someone sees it, but if someone listens to what I'm saying with an open mind, they will realize that, well, this guy is saying truth, even though it might not be nice or what we expect, but it's the truth.
All right. Yeah. For those of us that are actually watching us right now, what do you think about what he just said? Let's know in the comment section so that by the time it comes back, we're going to pose him the same questions, right? So because right now I'm going to ask him my first question, and the first question is going to be, why are you saying this thing? Are you married? Because to my knowledge, I think you're single. Because somebody who's really married is the person that stands at the right time to explain or to talk about this thing. Why are you so bold with your conviction?
Well, you don't need to be married to realize that a man needs one wife.
Okay.
Because growing up to this age, I have seen a lot.
Okay.
So I don't need to have an experience before I realize that a man needs only a wife, only singular. You understand? So, and I have so many reasons to back my claim, but like I said, people should view this with an open mind. But let's just park religion aside.
Religion aside.
Yeah,
we're talking about life, talking about culture, we're talking about reality.
Yeah, because most of the time right now,
because sometimes some people hide these things in religion.
Yeah.
I mean, without really understanding the main reality that people face. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you say religion, and some people are in the same religion with you, but they are not doing it. So does it mean that they are not religious? Of course not.
Of course.
So you can't use because a religion says this and you want to do it. But just look at the present reality. Who you are, know yourself better, and look at the environment you are, and look at situations. some of these things, that we see around us, they are like lessons for us to learn from.
Okay.
You understand? So you don't have to experience it before you learn, but you can see what others are going through and you choose to learn from it.
So what you're saying is we look at some of the failures of the people and learn from it before we ourselves learn into them, so that we can learn better and not fall into what they're doing.
Yeah,
Something like that?
Yeah, and also, that is the truth. And also, because someone marries more than one wife and is working for them, does not also mean that you should do it.
But how about if I follow the same pattern the man follows? It might work for me.
Well, you have to also go and ask the man what he is doing
Exactly.
that is making it work, and also ask the woman what they are doing that is making it work, that conclude. You understand? Yeah.
But I think marriage is good.
Of course.
And I
it's
think
good.
in the world that we live right now, you and I mean, you agree with me that we have more women than men.
Of course.
You agree, right?
Of course.
So I think it should be 50-50 so that we can balance things and not allow the women to actually just go wandering like that. I mean, so if we are having a lot of women on earth, I mean, and based on ratio that if a man marries 3 or 4 wives, everybody will not be single. I think that's a good idea, man. What do you think?
Well, someone might say that,
Okay.
but if you look at it, it's not supposed to be that way. But also look at the reality. Okay, we are saying there
Is
are
it a
many
crime?
men.
Is it a crime?
See, it is already unbalanced. You cannot make it balanced.
Like
You
how?
understand?
Make
Like
us
to
understand.
say, okay, there are more women than men. Let us marry more. Let a man marry more than one wife, so that all women can be married.
Okay.
It's not possible because there are some men out there that choose not to be married. There are some women out there that
In
choose
our
not-
generation,
yes, that choose not to be married.
Right now?
They choose to be celibate. Yeah,
I'm not talking about the internet. I'm talking about
of
reality.
course.
People still not married,
Yes, and it's due to many reasons.
but I hope they don't.
Well, some can choose to do that, but yes, still they are not married. You understand? And also, someone
Now
can say
wait. Will you choose that?
no. But
Ah.
also, someone can say, okay, so many women are there, are playing around.
Okay.
So let us marry them so that they can stop playing around.
Okay.
But that does not stop someone that wants to cheat. If a married woman wants to cheat, she will cheat. If a single wants to cheat, the person will cheat.
So cheating is another topic of its own.
Yeah.
And then, but to be honest, I read of when I say to my friends, you know what they say? That women test differently. You understand? And then what they means is that the way you're going to have a slim lady, the way you're going to have, medium lady, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
I know,
You what
I
I'm talking
know.
about.
I
So in order to balance all of this thing, they're like, okay, let me have this and have this and have this and have this. So I think that will avoid cheating.
So a man is never satisfied, and a man is moved by looks.
Are you not
You
satisfied?
understand? I would say I'm not.
Okay.
Because right now I'm not married, but if I'm to marry, I'll be satisfied with my partner because it's not about like looking at so many attributes. My wife does not have this. Let me go to someone that has it. If you want to do that, then you might end up marrying all the women in the world. One man might end up marrying all the women in the world.
And that's not possible, man.
That's not possible.
That's not
so this
possible,
is
man.
why you should stick to your woman.
Stick to a woman.
Yeah, stick to your woman. If you realize that your wife is not in this shape, you can do something to improve them. If you want, you can give your wife money. Let her go and do plastic surgery. But you can't.
So wait. Plastic surgery to
because the thing is
carry the
because women are doing some of these things to attract men.
men.
So-
Okay.
So now
that's the reason.
So now, if you feel that as a man, your woman is not normal attractive to you, do something that will make her look attractive.
So if you're a man right now, man, go and do something. Let's do something before the clouds will fall down, bro. Oh, really?
And also, there's this point to note that we are saying a man should not have only one wife. So why can't a woman be allowed to have more than one husband? Look at it that way. So does it mean that we are not being fair to women?
Will that be acceptable in the culture that we live right now?
It is not acceptable
But
because
it's acceptable for man to have many wives.
yes, because it's culture and it has been there for ages. It has been there for ages. So, and also look at it in this perspective. Why should a man stick to one wife? economic wise, bro.
Boy,
Look at where you come from.
But they can never pay.
Look at where you come from. You know, you want to say, okay, something is working for someone. Look at your earning. You know, you have parents, you have relatives, you have other people that
siblings.
Are siblings. You know, and you also have a wife. And
but let's say you have the money, you have the means. Yeah, because we have to balance these things, bro. Yeah, we have some people whom you know. Their parents have done the work already.
Yeah, true.
Maybe we are talking about it based on our experience, or maybe we are not there yet. All right.
Yeah.
But there are people who have already made the money. Maybe not directly, but indirectly, their parents did a lot of work.
Yeah.
And all they need to do is just to maybe shout way, and they get access to everything.
Yeah.
So I think they have the high chance to marry more than one wife, bro.
But that's why I said also look at this in this way. Every man should know himself.
So himself.
Yeah.
So people that marry more than one wife, they don't know themselves?
No. I'm saying like look at your condition.
Okay.
Look at yourself properly.
Because you have to convince me. I cannot agree with you, man.
Because let's say, because here, most of the time here, we see poor men marry many women that they cannot even take care of and having plenty kids. So most of them will resort to like, let me have many kids so that they can grow up to take care of.
But if you go to the celebration, they are not poor men.
But wait, bro. But do you imagine or do you wonder how will those kids be able to survive till they are able to take care of you?
I think that's deeper, man. Can you say that again?
So like, you know, many parents, or let's say a man wants to have many kids and expects that they will take care of him when he grows old. But do they tend to think or imagine how those kids will survive life until they are able to take care of them in future?
I think that's deeper, man.
So, and also, you know, a man, you know, you come a lot of pressure.
Pressure, yeah.
You understand? They used to say one wife, one problem, but I won't call it that way. But you realize
that one wife, one problem. 10 wives, 10 problems. Yes. Sometimes it's exponential, bro. One wife can give you 5 problems.
That's true.
So if one wife is giving you 5 problems, you now have 5 wives,
and
bro.
That is where
5 times 5,
bro. And that's where you make your marriage work.
Okay,
Communicate with your partner. Yeah, issues. Try to look for a way to settle it. But let's say you're having issues with your partner and you decide to bring another wife. You might not be able to solve the problem. And you are like bringing jealousy between them. One, you're also bringing competition.
Competition among the women.
Yes, among the women. Because
but life itself is competition,
at some point, bro, as a man, you cannot love 2 women or more than 2 women equally. If you have the chance to say, bro,
if I spend my money, to go and carry a woman, there's a reason I spend my money.
Of course.
It means that I love the woman.
Of course.
So the one that was already there, and this one I'm bringing, it means I love that person too, bro.
But you can't love them equally.
Come on, love is love. How do you measure love?
No, you can't love them equally.
Now, how will you measure? For example, if I have 2 women now, 2 wives, for example, you are looking at me right now. I have 2 wives, one on my left and one on my right. How will you know the degree of love I have for each of them?
It will be proven based on your actions and based on, you know, what you can tell within yourself. Because out there, you might portray that you love them equally. But let's say there's a chance for you to save the life of one of your wife. You won't save them at the same time. You will save one of them. And the one you save really shows who you truly love.
But you know those things are stories. But that will not happen in life, bro.
Well, but the thing is, you know, within yourself, you know that, how about, let's say, you marry 2 women and you realize that you cannot love them equally. Then it shows that you are not being fair to one of them. So why will you marry a woman when you know that you cannot give her your all?
So what we are saying now, if you decide that you're going to marry many wives, then be ready for the challenges.
No, that is not.
Or you are not even encouraging many women marriage.
Because some can choose to marry many wives, like 4, and their wives are living in harmony. Okay. You understand? There is peace in the house.
In the same compound?
Yeah, it could be in the same compound or outside.
Okay.
But like I said, because something works for someone,
does not mean that it's going to work for you.
So for you to, you know, to save yourself from certain problems or stress, why not have one? So if you realize that, okay, that one is giving you trouble, look for various means, you know, to solve those issues, rather than resolving to having many women. And you also realize your kids, if you are not there,
your children, especially if there are many, bro.
If you are not there, you might be there, everything is going well. But do you think if you are not in this world, like if you are no more, what happens to your family? Whether that unity will still be there?
And you never know when you're going to go back.
Yeah, whether your kids will not be fighting each other. Even though someone can say, okay, kids from the same parents are fighting each other, but at least it's better.
It's better, yeah.
And it can be easy to resolve rather than having multiple women. With, kids, and the man is no more there. It's difficult to solve. You understand?
Okay.
So, a man is well better.
With one wife.
With one wife.
And that's what you stand for.
You understand? And also, there's this point. Feminists, look at me, and ladies, look at me. I'm here to support you.
Okay.
And not also support you, but I should also tell you the truth. You see, many men are out there, they are out there, and they are, I think at some point they are playing with women. You understand? A woman, you should see your value. You understand? Develop yourself, be better in such a way that a man will not come and just want to make you second choice or third choice. A woman should always be first choice.
A woman should always be first choice.
Yeah, because they are precious.
A woman should always be first choice.
Of course.
Above the work.
Yeah.
The man is doing.
If I am a woman.
Above the money that is coming in the man's pocket.
See, bro, if I'm a man.
Bro, man, women are there for money. That's what I know. All women, bro, they are there for money.
See, if I were a woman, I won't share my money with nobody. If my man cannot allow me to share, him with someone else, why should he share me with someone else? You understand? Women are precious and they should be treated with a gem.
With a gem.
Yeah, like gem.
Gem, yeah.
You understand?
Something precious.
Yeah, so that's why any man that, maltreats a woman is because first, you don't even pity your mother. If you look at the hardship that your mother went through, to raise you up, you will not look at your wife and maltreat her. And also, if you maltreat your wife, you are doing it yourself. Because all of you share the same, bond.
The same bond, especially if you are legally married now.
Yeah, you are legally married.
Legally married.
And you have a child.
You have a child. There's a covenant.
Yeah, so you realize that women, should not be second options because some guys out there will be around, messing up all around and be like, when I'm ready to marry, I'll marry. They mess up ladies and leave them there. And some of those women, when they realize that they are getting old, a man will just come and approach them. I want to ask my second wife. They accept because at some point they realize that maybe they are growing old. So it's just for them
they just have to flow the move now.
So I understand the pressure from the society.
Because bro, wait a minute. If you're watching me right now, this is the blueprint of a CEO.
Yeah.
The best way you can support us is actually by subscribing and leaving a comment section and also sharing this video to 10 people on your contact list. We don't have sponsorship. The best way we believe that you can sponsor us is by subscribing and leaving a comment on the page. So with this, let's move back to our continuation. So you were saying something, bro, like there is pressure from the society?
Yeah, there is pressure from the society for women, to get married, especially when you reach a certain age. Let's say you are working and people look at you and they'll be like, why are you not getting married? So,
but I think if you are sustainable now, you should get married, bro.
Yeah, it depends. But sometimes some of the men that come to them, like they used to say, Amanyafa.
Amanyafa, okay.
Like they are not my type, they are not my spec. You understand? So some of those ladies, if you look at them, you'll be like, they are proud. But they are not proud. They just want someone that take care of them, appreciate them, not make them second choice. You understand? And when such women reach a certain point in the society, and people will be like, wow, we are getting old. Why are you not getting married? So some of such women can decide to be, second wives.
Second wives.
But that was not their original plan. So,
but sometimes in life you can plan, bro, and things change, bro.
Of course, that's true.
So sometimes even we be like, you plan, but God has the final say, man.
Yeah.
So the thing we are talking about here is, should women be married to many husbands, or husbands should have many women? So these two now, which one will you stand for? Because there is only two cases here.
I won't stand for any of them.
You won't stand for any of them?
Of course, I won't stand for any of them.
Men should not have many women. Women should not have many men.
Of course. 1-1. So
1-1.
Yes.
So the one make a bena.
Yeah, 1v1. So people will be like, well, a man can never be satisfied.
But when we read about history, right? History. I mean, most of these ancient books that we read, you come to realize that something stand out.
Yeah.
That a man in the ancient world,
of course,
a man marries more than one wife.
Of course.
Then why is it not that today? When we believe that we came from them, What came along the way? What changed?
Bro, times changes.
But time changed, but the culture is there, bro. We need to
culture
preserve
is
our
there.
cultures.
The culture is there.
That's
But-
what makes
bro,
Africans
bro,
come out, bro.
Bro, sometimes it's not about doing culture.
It's about what?
It's doing what suits you. Looking at yourself critically and know what works for you.
But what they were doing works for them. It was working for us.
But how
I
are
think
you
the
sure
Western
it will work
people
for you?
changed this for us, bro.
No.
I think, bro.
Well, you can say that Western culture changed it, but the reality we are living in, huh? Is it that the Western people put it onto us?
But I believe that they influenced us, bro.
Bro.
I mean, looking at the slave trade from the beginning to how they claim to say that we are liberty, and then to a lot of things, bro. Do you know that they brought a lot of these education stuffs in Africa?
But
And do you know that it was empowered by them,
But-
even with the system, everything? So I think
but don't you realize that education is changing nations? Education is lifting people out of poverty.
yeah, it is. But what I'm talking about now, the segment of each influence to our marriages now, based on context now, like they really influence us,
Bro,
boy.
the thing is,
Boy, I
right
think-
now, just
boy-
look at our society now. You see a man that is well to do of,
Hmm.
living life to the fullest, choosing to have few kids, like 2 or 3. But one that cannot even afford correct breakfast, or lunch or dinner is having multiple kids.
Some people now
So
cannot have single tapalapa.
at some
Tapalapa
point,
is
at
even
some
$12
point,
now.
you are putting your kids to risk.
Risk.
And the thing is, a man, you should strive better to be better than your previous generation. Like a man, whatever you go through right now, you should also endeavor that your kids don't go through that.
So what you're doing right now, you should do better than your parents.
Yes,
And your grandparents.
Yes, and your kids will do better than you because of the foundation.
But don't you
set
think that
for
if
them.
that's the mindset, greed will not come out?
What will not come out?
Greed.
Greed.
Yes.
Well, it depends
Because
on
some-
how you see it.
Yeah, because some people now they're like, it's my boy, it's my mom, devil dara. So boy, I will do everything to do that. Even if it takes them to kill people, they will do it. Because they just want to prove the point that they want to do better than their former, you know.
Yeah, that is at some point it looks like it's ambition because it has to do with what will benefit them instead of what will help other people around them. But this is the reality, bro. Like I said, let's park religion aside.
Religion aside.
Let's park this idea of culture, Western influence.
So you
of
want us to
like
walk-
feminists. Let us
feminists.
just look at ourselves.
What is working?
Yeah.
What is real?
Oh, yeah.
What is practical?
Yes. Look at it critically. Look at yourself critically. Because someone does it does not mean that you should do it. You understand? And women also should know their worth. Because
Women should know their value.
yes, they should know their value. They should not come to a house and be treated like options, like second choice,
Because you see,
And what pains me is that sometimes a man will marry at an early age, be with the wife till maybe the wife is after menopause.
50 something above.
Yes, and
something above,
he's going to
after
marry.
the league.
He's going to marry a kid, and that kid will come and rival the wife. And it could be before they were married, or when they started, they were struggling. The woman was helping the man. Now they have built some kind of wealth. The man will go and bring a second wife, whether a kid or the wife's age mate, and they will be competing. It's not fair on the woman, bro. It's not fair on the woman.
But life itself is not fair, bro. You know that.
Yeah, I
Life
know.
is not fair,
And,
man.
and people say we are not equal. Yeah, I agree. But let's also look at it this way. We cannot be influencing, because religion says something, or because there is that kind of Western culture that has intruded our society. For us to always, look at things based on that way. But let us
We have to
think
stand up
critically, yeah.
and think critically and do something.
yeah.
Because I think actually when we look at also the women, some of them, just like you mentioned clearly, some women don't add values to themselves.
That's true.
You kind of find out that if you end up taking a woman to a particular place, you find out that they cannot even do proper house chores.
That's true.
And maybe sometimes that's one of the reasons why there are men who keep complaining and decide to be like, let me bring someone that can also do the work and you relax. Because I have seen a family actually where a man was having a wife, all right, and that man decided to say, oh, okay, since my wife has got a lot of children now, and then she might not have the time to do all of this work, now let me bring another wife that will now be doing the house jobs. So it's more of like the wife is just a mindan or a house worker and a wife.
So before a man goes to that extent, why can't you help your wife to develop?
But some men are also ready to help their women to develop. But some women too, maybe because of the ideology they came from, but they don't want to change that thing. They just believe that this is what I know. Lila Waradef.
Yeah.
So how do you balance these things?
Well, it's all comes down to communication. Communicate, and
assertively.
Yes, and talk to each other to see how you can improve. Because in a marriage, you improve.
You improved.
Yeah,
you learn. You improved.
So you don't have to be where you are from January to December. So you have to adjust. So if you're a man and you realize that okay, your partner cannot do this, support her. You understand?
Also support him. It's not always how.
Yes.
Support him. Support her.
And to tell you, bro, even in the Gambia here, we have married women that cannot cook.
Women that cannot cook.
Yeah, and
they are in their husband's house.
And their husbands, some of them, they eat at the restaurants.
For real.
But if that is the case, why not take your wife to catering?
Catering to learn these things, bro.
To learn.
I mean, we have catering hospitality schools in the Gambia.
So you
and
can
there are
do
many,
that,
bro.
You can do that rather than going and eat Fatu's food and say, okay, Fatu can cook.
Maybe Fatu cook is more sweeter, bro.
So how about Fatu's food? How about Fatu's food is nice, but see, her character is bad. What do you do?
But you want the food.
So what do you do with her character part?
You want the food.
So I think we cannot really find satisfaction. Okay. You understand? Just whatever you have, make sure you take your time, look, and make sure you have at least, if your partner or your wife is God-fearing, practices religion to the fullest, look at their character also, and make sure that you go with some of those good things. Don't go for looks. Because if those looks are not there,
when they fade away,
yes, you might
get distracted.
Or you understand, or if your wife does not have those looks, you begin to play around.
Becomes a problem. Yeah,
you understand. So, and also the man. Some men are there, they are not doing well, but their women choose to stay with them and help them. So sometimes, like, we are not being fair to women to think that a man can do whatever he wants. Oh, he's big. But why not we consider women? Their feelings also matter.
Man, we need to support them.
Yes.
If you're watching us right now, we have talked about a lot of things. What are the things that you are learning? Let's know in the comment section. What do you think that we are not seeing right? Let's know in the comment section. If we made something that you think that is out of just our personal ideas, that is not real, let's know in the comment section, because your comments actually are really valued, and we're going to make sure that we reply to every comment that is pasted here right now. So we're talking about women in marriage. I mean, men having multiple women, and how do you see it? What do you have to say about it? And because our time is fast approaching, we are almost getting to the end. So, Mr. Joe, what are the last takes that you think you can leave to the women that are in marriage right now, especially in context to those that have only one husband, but they have their co-wives there?
Well, right now,
because it is something that they cannot now say, my mom says my taking.
No, they cannot.
So all we have to do is just to give them words, right?
Yeah. Well, what I can tell them is, if there are issues, let them always try to sort it out between themselves and make sure there is unity between them. Because right now they are already joined together. They don't need to have issues between them, because those issues can go down to the kids. And
it can harm them.
It can harm them. And let them think about the future of those kids. Because if they are no more there, how will their kids thrive? Whether that unity will be there. So, if their husbands is there, let them try to make sure there's peace within.
There's peace within them.
Wherever there are issues, let them try to solve it amicably. And also, to the men that are there and they are planning of going for a second wife, think.
You have to think twice. Think of the consequences.
Think.
Everything
not that whenever you do something bad, but you can say, okay, these guys, what they are saying is rubbish. my religion. Bro, the imam will not come and feed your kid. The priest, the pastor, nobody will come and feed your
But
kid
I see some pastors that are feeding families, bro.
Yeah, but you also realize you're a burden. A man, you should be able to take care of your own.
Bro,
A man, you should be able to
but
take
if
care
a pastor
of
is
your own.
helping you, bro, you have to be
See,
grateful,
a
man.
man, if you cannot take care of your family, you are an infidel.
What?
So you should be
Like, you
able
can
to
say
take
that,
care
bro?
of your family without needing external help. And whenever you have, one wife and try to make sure you manage your family and have, kids that you'll be able to take care of, you are better. Nobody will disrespect you out there. Yeah.
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, we've spoken a lot. This is the first part of it. We're going to come back.
Like I said, just one more thing.
Okay.
This topic is very controversial. Today
Okay.
I was having kind of debates with so many intellectuals,
Okay.
and they were like, no. Some are saying 4, some are saying 2. I told them, well,
Okay,
fine.
like
because-
4 wives,
yes,
2 wives, 3 wives,
Yeah, but I'm telling them, you are better off with one.
with one.
You are better off with one. I'm sure,
So
if
are you
take
sure that
out
when
that
the
one,
time-
you will enjoy your marriage.
Are you sure when the time come, you're going to marry one wife
Of
alone?
course, that is fixed.
I hope one day in this podcast, we are not going to record that this guy married 2 wives.
Of course, it's not possible.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Are you listening to him right now? I'm not alone. This is a broadcast center, and he's saying that he's going to get married to only one wife. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the podcast. Let's know in the comment section what you think about it. It has been a lot of controversial talks, and I know you did enjoy it. So, bye for now. You're welcome. Victor Nix, the blueprint of a CEO. See you later.